Hi everybody, welcome to the Becky and Boca Show. I am in Gulfport, Florida, on the west coast of Florida. I came over here to show you all of these boats, 21 boats here, that were wrecked during Tropical Storm Debby. Even though the storm was 100 miles offshore, it pushed a lot of these boats up onto the sand. There's one under the dock. Come on, let's take a look. Gulfport is a really unique little town on the shores of Boca Ciega Bay, right next to St. Petersburg, Florida. It's a relatively small area to have so many shipwrecks at once. I found out that this boat right here belongs to a young couple who moved here from Kentucky to start a new life as Gulfport liveaboards. And look at what happened to their hull. This concrete wall ripped a hole right through it. There are red and yellow stickers on the bow of every one of these boats, one from the Gulfport Police and one from Florida Fish and Wildlife. The boat owners have 45 days to remove the vessels or get them out of their derelict condition. Now I'm going to take the drone up and have a look around. Many of the boats in this bay are occupied by liveaboards. Gulfport is a friendly little community very close to the larger city of St. Petersburg, Florida. It has a relaxed, old Florida feel, an ideal habitat for boaters. This boat is beached right in front of the Gulfport Casino, which is not an actual casino, but it's a community meeting place. And this nice sailboat is now just resting on its side right here on the sand. There is this beautiful 500-foot pier here in Gulfport, and right out at the end here you can see this sailboat that crashed into it during the storm, damaged the pier, and is now submerged under the water. The mast and the furled up sail are still just laying across the end of the pier, and you can see a broken bench there, and the railings have been knocked off. These two boats are right in front of the very popular O'Matty's Bar and Grill. Their broken masts and sails are just laying across the sidewalk. Sadly, right here off of Veterans Park, a local liveaboard, Brian Clow, lost his life during the storm. His boat was anchored just 50 feet offshore when his friend noticed it was taking on water and boarded the boat looking for him. The friend only found his tiny dog Daisy, which he rescued. Later, Clow's body was removed from the submerged portion of the boat. Continuing along the shoreline here, we find boat after boat after boat. This one is kind of hidden behind the mangroves and appears to be in somebody's yard. And here's another one that looks like it's right in front of a house. Now this boat right here is just submerged in the water. It must be all filled up with water. And there's another one beached right up there against the mangroves. I counted 21 boats today, but there may be more. It looks like this guy is trying to figure out a way to get this boat out of here. But once these hulls are filled with water and sand, the boats are very heavy, and rectifying the situation is extremely difficult and costly. This cabin cruiser wrecked during the storm and kind of got wedged in here along this railing at the park. All right, my friends, Becky and Boca Show will be in Gulfport again in about a month to give you an update. Okay, everybody, thanks for joining me on this episode of the Becky and Boca Show from Gulfport, Florida. See you next week.